Hello everybody. Welcome to my first live session. It's the end of the year, and we're gonna check what is Bitcoin doing. Where are we heading to? There's a lot going on, and I just want to get into some nice trades. I want to find some nice setups for the beginning of the year because we all know Trump is gonna start on the 20th of January, and we had a little retrace. Now, let's see where it goes. And if you guys want to see any type of content or any type of video, just comment and I'll try to do a video on it. So my first video, this is my first live session about crypto. And I'm just going to analyze the charts. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen, the probable setups. And if you want to know some more, like if you want to have some more educational content or anything else, type it in the comments and I'll do something. So let's start. Let's open up my trading view. Whoop. Here you go. Swipe, and here we are on the Bitcoin chart 4-hour time frame. Now, what we saw here, we had a nice pump when Trump got voted. Started about here on the 5th of November. We went up. We built this uprising channel. Now, unfortunately, we broke down a bit, and now we're consolidating. Now, as you see, what I'm anticipating is that we broke down, we lost this trend line, and now we're consolidating. What I see happening here is a typical consolidation, manipulation, and distribution pattern. So what my first take on it is that we will continue to range in here, then maybe take out this high and then go lower for the manipulation part, then get back up, confirm it, and move back into the higher range. So I'm going to be completely bullish if bullish, not bullish, bullish if we reclaim the 102k level. So let's first see what the chart tells us. I have drawn two volume profiles. First of all, we have the volume profile of this whole pump since Trump started. Now we see we have here a nice value area low, and it is aligning with those two liquidity spots. And I think one level that I really want to hold is this 85k level. I would like to see that hold. We could lose it. We could go all the way down. If we check for the daily, you see that we could go all the way down, confirm the outbreak of this by tapping into this key zone here, the 73k level, and we would still be okay. It'd still be bullish. We're still on an uptrend. Everything is actually fine. We don't want to see it because that would be painful for alts, especially for alts. But it is a probability. Is it going to happen? Nobody knows. What I anticipate is you saw this first volume profile I pulled, and now you're going to see the range volume profile I pulled, and then you have here the range value area low, you have here the wave value area low. Then on top of that, we have here two zones that I'm very interested. I'm heading back into the 4-hourly time frame. And here you see we have that key zone. We tapped into here once, we tapped it here, we bounced off here, we went into it here. Now we bounced off twice on it again. And I think there's a lot of liquidity on these kind of points that should get taken pretty soon. So when we go and try to confirm it with the dominance or USDT chart, here's the USDT chart. Let's quickly take a look on the daily. Make it a bit smaller so we all see it. Here you go. I'm gonna delete my drawings here so you guys know. Here, perfect. So we've been in that uptrend. Like this is our year-long, since 2017. That's our trend line, and we have respected it so far. Now we bounced off of it. Now we took liquidities out of that low, these lows, and now we're moving upwards again, moving back to the 4-hourly, kind of zooming in a bit. Here you go. What I see USDT dominance doing is here, let me show you. We have this upper trend line. We have the anchored VWAP from the last top. And since we took a lot of liquidity down here and we bounced out of that lower trend line, I see us going back to that upper trend line. So something like going from here, we move upwards, we confirm it, and then we bounce right into the key zone up here, the anchored VWAP, the trend line, and we take out the liquidity of this top, creating a swing failure pattern, and then from here moving downwards. This would also align with the drop that I anticipate on Bitcoin. So when USDT goes up, USDT dominance, Bitcoin usually drops down, and all the altcoins do as well. So if you also go up here and you see you pulled your fib, let me take my Fibonacci, boom, we go to that level. We have around here the 0.5 level and the golden pocket. Like I said, from this top, I drew anchored VWAP that aligns with that key zone that we have respected several times in the past. And this sounds like a good area for USDT to reverse. And then hopefully just go down, break through this level, create new lows, and maybe head towards the minus 0.272 line. This would also align with the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now let's take a look at this beauty in the daily first. We have a similar thing going on since starting about May, April 2023. We have this uprising channel. We have respected that. We recently broke through it, as you see. We also broke through this key zone. We reclaimed it pretty fast. And now what I would like to see is for it to also create a certain swing failure pattern of this high. It is possible for it just to drop down, but I see it more bouncing out of the 200 and EMA that we got here, the fair value gap, the upper trend line. We get a nice bounce here that would align with the US dominance. We would reclaim this level, and then we go up. We get a swing failure pattern because we have that nice fair value gap. We fail, and we start moving downwards again. And this all would align with the Bitcoin analysts. So let me go back to Bitcoin. Here you see on the 4 hourly, we haven't really had a reversal sign. We made a low here. We almost made a double bottom. We had a slight divergence in the 4 hourly, but we don't really have any volume support for anything big to happen. So it still looks pretty weak. So a push down while USDT is going up, while dominance is going up, would be preferably the best scenario that could happen, and then bounce anywhere below these lows or this small key zone that we have here, go through the range value area low, bounce on it, make a little wick, push back up, and then create a bullish divergence on the 4 hour. We have, when we go into the 1 hourly, I like to look at the 1 hour chart, but I mean, it gets you confused. We have a lot of divergences going on here, but you know, the higher the time frame, the better and the stronger the impact of the divergences. So 4 hourly, we see it again. What I see is we follow this ascending trend line. We bounce, we go one more higher towards the 200 at EMA. We bounce from there, we go down, and then we should reverse latest around 87 to 88. Of course, there is the possibility that we take out this low that I talked in the beginning. That is definitely a possibility. What I am anticipating is just for one push back down to create that bullish divergence. We don't need, in the daily, we're pretty much neutral again. That is pretty good. So this is what I'm thinking would happen probably soon. And I think we should get the drop. If we check out the weekly, Let me take away all the drawings so we see something. The weekly doesn't really look, here you go. Let me whoop here. So the weekly doesn't really look strong. We could get if we get a big green candle, that could possibly be a morning star. But as of now, I think we should get one push more down to create a nice bounce candle to get some more volume that kind of supports that bounce, get some liquidity spots, maybe those lows here that you see, and then move back up from here. And then we should actually be fine. So here you see it the daily as well. We would take out all these lows by pushing towards this 87. Whoop, that would be around my area of interest to get into a trade. Now I'm saying it again, those are all probable setups. I'm not really taking any of those until the chart close to my entry tells me to do so. So remember, it's not I'm putting in all the trades and I'm taking all the trades. I'm finding probable setups, I'm drawing it, and I keep analyzing the chart every day to see how probable is it that this is going to play out. Everything can change. We know it's crypto. So I can say A and then B happens. We can all say it goes to 120K and it doesn't. So it's always important to keep analyzing the chart day by day and get new informations and see what could probably happen. Now, when it comes to Ethereum, this is what I think can happen. We have the nice golden pocket from this last wave. I'm going to go back into the 4 hourly that we clearly going to see it better. Here is the 4 hourly. We have here our low. I pull the Fibonacci up to here. Here's our golden pocket. Now we have another nice liquidity zone here from all those lows. We have a nice key zone. We have a support here that we kind of bounced off several times again here and here. Now we're in this range, just like Bitcoin is. So when I'm anticipating that dominance is going to go up, that means alts are going to lose the strength. USDT should go up. That means Bitcoin is probably going to go down. So when Bitcoin goes down, USD dominance goes up, alts lose strength, they are going to drop as well. And this is a level that I see would be very interesting for ETH to bounce. And this is the golden pocket, and we have a key zone. It's a lot of liquidity sitting there, and this would also be a nice setup to take beginning of the year towards the 20th. I mean, what I see happen is that we should probably get a nice dip beginning of the year, and then towards the 20th, when Trump starts, we should see a nice little small, not too big rally towards it. And then let's hope that we're going to get some good news about a strategic reserve, and things go to new all-time highs from there. So let me quickly see how the volume plays out on this area. I would like to see it from the last push. Not really aligning. And now let's see from this wave. We have a nice value area low, exactly aligning with the Fibonacci golden pocket with that key zone. And where is our daily 200 EMA? It's around this area as well. So maybe dip a little bit lower. This is our 200 EMA. So probably dip through it, grab liquidity, and bounce back up. Worst case scenario is we definitely gonna fall lower. Let me quickly delete those that we're gonna see everything. Where's the fixed range? Boop, here you go. So if that doesn't hold, I can zoom out on ETH and you'll see that we are in a nice little triangle kind of year-long pattern that we tried to break out. We didn't break out. We have a nice trend line down here. So if this level doesn't hold, we can definitely go retest at about the 0.764 Fibonacci level from that wave. This is that key zone that aligns with it, plus this fair value gap and lower trend line. So my plan is, if this doesn't hold, we will definitely have to consider that something like this is also in play. So it also depends on how strong the bounce on Bitcoin is going to be, if we're going to get the reaction that we wish to. Those are the scenarios. If we get lower prices, that's what I think is going to happen. We also see we have no significant bearish divergence on the macro. That's 4-hourly chart that kind of shows that we have a trend reversal of this little downtrend, because as you see, we have broken some internal structure that gives us a market shift, and it could probably be a little bear flag, but let's hope that this is not going to play out, because if it does, we're definitely going to visit back to the 2100 levels or 2200 levels when that really is going to play out, and I don't want that. So what I'm telling you here is these are setups anticipating the play that I said on Bitcoin, that we will get this lower level that will create the 4-hour bullish divergence, get lows from here and get a good push upwards, then start to consolidate again above 102k levels, and this would give back safety for the alts, for dominance to drop back down, USDT drop back down, and then and then everything gets more safety to pump, because altcoins are really being hit right now. We have 30 to 40% drops, but it is normal. We are nowhere near the top. Now, why I say that is it possible that we topped? Of course it's possible. Is it probable? No, it's not, because we have some indicators that show us otherwise. So let's first of all see the Gaussian channel. So most of the time we see a Gaussian channel in the bear market starts when we get sucked into this area again. So here you see we got sucked into here, and this was the end of our bull market. Now look how far away we are from this. Then the next one is the PI cycle. Here you see every time we had the green line cross above the violet line, this marked the top. We have the same that happened here. Here's the cross. Here was about the top. Now we had the cross here. That was about the top. Now we had the cross here. That was the top. Now that was the last double top we had. It took the cross in the first top that we had in April. I think that was 21st or beginning of April that we topped the first time, and then the second time with the 69,000, it was actually already indicating that we're back heading into a bear market. Now if you see back here, those two lines are still very, very far apart from each other, so there is still space for a pump. What we just got to look out for is the March taxes. So when I look at the timeline, I think a lot is going to happen in January. We're going to see a lot of volatility, especially with Trump getting into office, and people expecting news on Bitcoin, expecting news on the strategic reserve. And for me, for it to make sense, for it to kind of give us the returns that we had, because a lot of altcoins haven't even done a new all-time high yet, except for I think Solana or some smaller coins. We have Pepe, of course, but Pepe is a new coin, so we can't really compare it to the past bull run. So we need to get down there. We need to swap liquidity and then show strength again on these levels. But keep in mind, I said it in the beginning of the video, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you ideas. I'm teaching it myself. Those are all trade ideas that I'm gonna write in there, and I'm gonna be analyzing the chart. So what happens is when this starts to drop really fast down here, and we get a nice move up, and I don't see strength, and I'm opening up this trade, I'll probably gonna close the trade if I'm gonna push the Fibonacci from this top to the lower top and check if it gets a reaction into the golden pocket. And if it does, and we don't have any volume support down here, I'm gonna close the trade again. So important is everything can happen, and those are the two probabilities that I see happen in the short term. That what I want to see happen, that we get a bullish continuation. If nothing of this happens, of course, ETH also will be invalidated, and we will probably see the lower levels that I told you, because we can't ignore that in this case we have a nice head and shoulders forming as well. The neckline isn't really perfect, to be honest, but you know how it is. Nothing is on the dot exactly nice in the crypto charts, in the market charts. So we are still in a bull market, in my opinion. We still have a lot of space for higher levels. I think the market needs a shakeout. It always has shakeouts. It always has moments that it wants people to get out of it, to sell in a loss. People start to disbelieving again and thinking everything is going to go down, and this is the moment everything is going to turn and go back up. So these are my ideas for Bitcoin. Here it is again. This level and this level. Now ETH are these two levels. One is the golden pocket, one aligns with the 764. Let me push that a bit to the side so you have a better view of it. Now Solana is one coin I was really bullish about it, but right now it looks pretty depressing. We broke out of this trend line. I mean, this consolidation Bitcoin has been in as well for a few months. We had a nice push upwards. We did a new all-time high. Well, barely, really small new all-time high, and then we started reversing. Now, one important level we see, we have that range value area high. We have the golden pocket starting from the low that we had from this push all the way back to the top, and we have a very important key zone that gave us support, resistance throughout many months, starting in March 2024. And well, let me take that away. I'm not like this. Now we broke out into that small little trend line. I'm not really considering that as really important. And as you see, we're doing the same ranging that we have been doing with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with all the coins. So similar perspective here. We got a bounce here, but in volume not as strong as I wished. Volume has been decreasing, of course, because of Christmas holiday season. But this is why I think we need more liquidity. We need a manipulation and then a distribution again. We can have this consolidation phase breaking downwards with Bitcoin, with all the coins, hitting an important zone, maybe even taking this low, and then starting to push back into this nice pattern that we have connected from the lows starting in 4th of August. We have here that nice line. We have this nice trend line in the 4 hourly that we respected a few times. So moving down, breaking a bit below this trend line, just wicking it, grabbing liquidity, bouncing back into it, and then slowly building strength when Bitcoin has shown us that it's holding a level, building strength, and then breaking out this level. Yes, so those are the most important coins. I also took a look at Solana. I took a look at Sui, XRP, ADA, AVE, and more, but we're not going to go through these today. If you like these kind of videos, if you like when I'm doing setups, if you want more educational video, for example, how do I analyze the chart, what is my kind of framework to it, or if you need help with how I use volume profile, anchored VWAP, how I define key zones, and just for you to know, there's so many names to something. People are like, hey, it's key zones, point of interest, order blocks, whatever it is. I think it's important to find the best tools and the best way of analyzing for yourself. There's so many strategies, so many different indicators, but the most important part about it is to find what works best for you. I work with two indicators down here. Though this is the typical RSI, I modified it a bit with the colors, so every time we bounce down here it's green because that means we're oversold. And I check for divergences. This is red because we're overbought. Probably it is a bearish sign. I have the volume oscillator from Unity Academy, and for the chart I use the Oracle from Unity Academy, the 200 EMA. This is that little one here. This is the 200 EMA, and of course the volume. A lot of my trades and a lot of things that I've learned along the way by educating myself and being a part of Unity Academy. Unity Academy is a great education place. I'm part of it, and I'm really proud to be part of it. So if you guys are interested, just hit me up, shoot me a DM, and I can help you out to get in there, and probably get you a nice discount if you want to as well. So this was it for my first little analyzing video. So let's recapitulate. It is my point of we're going down, we're gonna get some lows. It is not bad. Let's hope we're gonna hold this 85 level and then move back up. A little washout to beginning of the year. It's okay. That's not bad. We're still in a bull run. It is needed. We got to shake out some people because, you know, big people don't want everybody to be in Bitcoin, especially now with all the good news. So patience, don't take too many trades. Always do your own research. Don't follow my trades blindly because we never know what happens. Doesn't matter. Even the best people can't tell you what's going to happen. And it's just a game of probability. And this is what we're doing. I'm learning along the way. I'm nowhere near perfect. And I'm going to do mistakes, and we're going to do them together, learn from it, and move on. This is how it is. We're going to stick around and see where that journey is going to take us. So thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment if you want to see anything else, and see you in the next one. Bye.